Howdy, this is Just Puzzling. My name is Chris. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me for Freecell Games 529, 530 and 531. I'm going to take you about and show you what I see and do to solve Freecell Games. For instructions on actually how to play the game, please have a look at the description of this video. Alright, we've been lucky enough to have two aces go up automatically because they must have been on the bottom. This jack can come across to here, which will get me another ace. And now I've got a few threes. So what are we going to do? We'll put that there. So the reason that I'm going to put this five of clubs up, and I'm going to put the three of spades up. I am going to put ace of clubs up? Yep, I've made that decision. Okay, so I've got the three of diamonds, three of hearts, and where's the twos? So yeah, I should have looked at that. So there's a two there, nine goes up there, so I can put the two of diamonds up. So if I put the two of diamonds, three of diamonds, this will also bring the nine back down. So that's what I was looking to. I sort of don't just look at the nearest cards. I sort of look at what happens if I do these things. So if I put the king, the seven up, I'm stuck. So there's no point in me doing that. If I put this king up, I can move the queen across, but that gets me the four of hearts. That gets me there. So that's not really going to help. Alright, so we may have got ourselves into a little bit of a bind here, but no, that can go to there. 7 can go to here, 8 on the 9, 7 over here, queen. Alright, so that's given me a little bit of hope. I'm going to put the 7 of clubs up here because it gets me the 3 of clubs, and that may just be a help later on. 8, 9, 10, 7's there, 7's there, so put those two there, I get a black 6, 4 of clubs, 5 of clubs. I am going to do that, so put the 9 there, the 10 there. I'm going to put the 6 over here, 4 of clubs, 6 of diamonds here, 9 of spades, 5 of clubs, 6 of clubs, 7 of clubs up. 8 comes across to here. I can now put this jack on that queen, and I can put that over to there. So even though these two columns are pretty full, I'm more happy that I've got these spaces, and I'm really happy because the two's there. So I can start to move some of these cards around so I can get that two off to there as well. So if I put this king across to here, 6, 5 goes across to there. I can put this 5 across to here. Now we just need to start focusing on what we're going to do to close this off. So 6 can go up there, 10 comes to here. So I should be able to move this black 9, which it won't let me do. But if I do that, I'll get the black 9 to there, I can get the red queen to there. Then I get a couple of those cards there, so that's alright. I am looking at this black queen here, so how do I get to there? I get this red 7 across. Bring this red 9 across as the 7 goes to there, that can go to there, and I've actually got space to move this queen. That gets the 4 of hearts up and the 5 of hearts. I can put the 8 over to here. King, queen, gets another 4 up, 8 comes across to here and the jack. So I put this king over to here. I can put the 5 up there, queen across to there, 9 across to there. And I put a lot of those clubs up manually to get that game out. So it's just a different way of doing it. Alright, let's have a look at puzzle 530 play. Alright, so that game was a little slow. I got a little caught out because I made a couple of assumptions that were probably not the best. That's why it took 3.5 minutes, because I had to work my way through it. Alright, so 4 to there, 3 to there. I've got the ace of spades. I am thinking I spend some time going up this column here. So I am going to put that queen up, 9 across, queen down. That gets me the jack to there. Now I can put this 6 across, so it gets me the 2 of diamonds. So that 2 of diamonds goes up, and I can bring that 9 back down. That gives me the 4, and that gets me to there. I can now bring this red 10 across. And I'm just looking, I've got the 3 of diamonds there, so the 3 of hearts can come across. 4 of diamonds can go up to there. And I'm thinking put the queen up. And the reason I'm thinking of doing that is I put that jack over to here. So I'm just sort of clearing some space. So I need some 2s, so there's a 2 here. So if I move that 6 to there, that 8 to there, and that 6 to there, I have a column of 3 right through the king. So it's nothing to worry about now. That column is just finished. I can move this queen across. 4 comes across to here, jack there, 6 there. I and move that 7 to there, 9 up, 5 up, and that'll get me the 2 of clubs. Alright, I'm a little close to the win now, but I can bring that queen down, bring this 9 across. I can put the 4 hearts up, but I need some 3s, so if I focus on this one, I can actually go 8, 3 will go up, and 5 will go up, so that gets me a few of the cards now. So I need a couple of 6s, so a 6 here and a 6 here, so I can put that 6 up there, 8 across to here, 8 across, 8 across. I am going to bring this king down to kind of move that queen. 7 of spades can go up, and that'll get me that there. I now just have this 10, I think, and that is puzzle 530 done. Alright, so that was 2 minutes. That's about my normal range. I know I've been told by others I'm slow, but that is my range for making sure that I get them right. Alright, so if I bring this jack across to here, that gets me that. Got a couple of red 9s, an 8 and a 7, so I can put this red 9 over to here, the 6 comes down to here, and the 5. The 10 comes across to here, move this 9 across, I can put the 10 across to there, I can move this jack across to there, the 7 goes to there. I'm doing this game at the moment without any thinking whatsoever, because these are just falling into spot. So that can either be good, or it could be bad. 8 comes across to here, I'm going to put the 3 of hearts up, because that gets it out of the way. 9 to here, 8. Alright, so 3, 4 comes across to here, and that gets me up to there. Alright, I'm going to move this queen across to here. 6 can come over here, 9 and then 5. So I can move this 9 out of the way here and put that there. So on the last game I was pretty relaxed because I had this full thing. This is a long column here that I've got to move, but I've got nothing to move to. So 3 of clubs goes over there. I'm going to put the 3 of clubs up to here, so that goes to there. I can now move this 9 to here and this jack. Alright, so I've got the red 9 here, but that's still not the best for there. But I can put this 3 of diamonds up, 3 of hearts up, 4 of spades can go across to there and put the 10 across. Alright, so if I put this king across to here, 7, I put the 6 across, 5. Now I feel like I can get somewhere because I can start to move this column. So this column goes across here, 8, 5 can come across to here, and that gets me quite a few up to about this 8 of clubs. Move the king there, and that gets me the 8 of clubs there, and that is puzzle 531 done. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, bye for now.